I've always been fascinated with eagles, and seeing one as a child was very, very rare, especially in Manitoba. It was more so when we were on holidays or out of province that we would get to see one. But really, it's in the last 10 years that we've been able to see them more. They've come back to Manitoba and they're at the lake, and so Warren and I loved watching the eagles come to the lake, and there was a nest across the lake, and so we could watch them fish and land and do. But what strikes me about an eagle is very much the strength and the beauty that it represents. The most remarkable eagle sighting occurred October 13 of 2014. My husband Warren Froese had been battling cancer for the last 15 months. A strong desire to live propelled him to aggressively undergo surgery and chemotherapy. Our prayers and the prayers of many others bathed this cancer journey that was forced on us, and we knew God could heal if He so chose, and we prayed with faith to that end. We also realized that God allows the natural order of our fallen world to take place. Sickness happens and people die. Well, how then does God work in through those prayers when the answer is no? I believe that one of those ways showed itself through an eagle and a raven. It was Thanksgiving Day, and Warren was failing. It was just over 2 weeks since he had the seizure, which marked the beginning of the last weeks of his life. Warren had climbed the stairs of our home for the last time. That weekend marked a steady decline for my husband. Palliative home care was set up, and people came and went. Family and dear friends came, offering their love and support and care, and it was a surreal time. That Monday was a beautiful sunny day, warmer than was normal. Matthew and I took a break from being upstairs, and we came down and sat on the front porch, and we were talking. At one point, Matty was looking up and past me. He was quite enamored with what he was seeing, and it really was the most remarkable sight. High above our home, there was this golden eagle, and it was soaring in perfect circles. It was just going around and around and around, very slow and lazy, and it was slowly making its way up over our neighbors' houses to our home. It didn't flap its wings, it just soared in perfect circles high above. Below it was the most curious sight, and it was a raven who was trying to imitate the eagle. And I've always found ravens to be very common and rather ugly. They're really such a disappointment that from a distance I sometimes wonder, okay, is it an eagle? And I'm always a little embarrassed that I could actually mistake the two, because close up there's just no comparison. On that day though, seeing the raven's attempt at imitating the perfection of the eagle was amazing to see. It made wide circles also, but it had to flap, flap, flap in order to keep going. Although clumsy by comparison, it was trying so hard, and it kept at it for quite a while. Beautiful perfection above and imperfect imitation below. Right away, I knew this sighting was not happen chance. God had a message for Matt and me in that moment. And I've often pondered that picture, and it gives me great peace and comfort. God was the golden eagle, circling above our home to signify His watchful presence over Warren, over our household, and over our time of crisis. He is perfection, awe-inspiring and grand. The raven to me signified Warren's life. A raven will never have the grace and beauty of an eagle, but it can try. Warren tried to live his life well for God. His love for God was real. His decision to live for God in service and care of others was ongoing, but he was imperfect and human, therefore, like the raven, needing to flap its wings in order to keep going. It was such a beautiful image. I felt like God was acknowledging Warren's life, an attempt to live for Him. The picture ended when the eagle took one last circle over our home and then flew straight as an arrow west towards the river. The following day, Warren left home for the last time. He was transported to Riverview Palliative Care, where he spent the next few days until he died. That was on October 17. The sighting happened on Warren's last day at home. Not a coincidence. The days that followed were the most difficult of my life. In the hard, however, I knew that beyond a shadow of a doubt, God was with us, and He gifted me with a picture of His strength and His presence. And it was like God saying, I've got this. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I've got this. I am with you, and I love you, and I will be your strength and your comfort. Keep on trusting me, even when my answer is no. So about a year later, I was once again recalling the picture of the eagle and the raven, and it suddenly hit me that it wasn't only Warren who represented the raven. I'm also like the raven, eyes looking above, seeing and being inspired by my Heavenly Father. I am sinful and imperfect, yet I know that to seek to imitate the beauty and the love of my God really is what I want to strive to do.